Can you hear me calling, calling for you? Welcome back to my channel. This is the Reddit Mess, where I read a bunch of Reddit stories. I give a little commentary. We're gonna have a kiki moment, and I'm going to give my unsolicited advice. Anyways, please don't forget to like and subscribe, and of course, comment along with me. So I don't know what today. We're just gonna go with the flow. Anything that just looks a mess to me, because of course that's what the topic is. It's a Reddit mess. So anything that just looks a mess to me, I'm just clicking on it, and we're just gonna go for it and see what comes about. Okay. So the subreddit is Best of Redditor Updates. So that means it's gonna be pretty lengthy. The title is, I just found out that my fiance keeps a shrine of me and has a collected of used protection. You know what I'm trying to say? Protection. You know? For the eggplant and the protection. Right? Okay, cool. It starts off with my fiance, 32 female, and I, 23 male, are in the process of moving in together. I've been helping her move her stuff from her apartment, but have just found something peculiar in the midst of it. Moving through the stuff in her closet, I have found out that she has a shrine dedicated to me. It was in a treasure chest of sorts, and at first I thought nothing of it because it just contained pictures of us, but upon further inspection, he said, let me go ahead and go through this stuff. But upon further inspection, I have found out that she has been collecting personal belongings of mine. I have found my underwear, my toothbrush, and an actual used protection of mine. The other belongings didn't disturb me as much, but I think the protection takes the cake. I would like to talk about this with my fiance, but I have no idea how to bring this up. Baby, I don't know. I'm really trying to think like what I would do. That was like the first update. Of course, there's more, but of course we're going to talk about this. We're going to work through this together. I don't know what I would do. I'm really trying to put my mindset. Like if I was a guy, and I'm with, and there's a residual age difference. She's how old? She's 32 and he's 23. At 23 years old, I feel like he's taking this a lot better than I would. I think I would be like, literally, I would be freaking the hell out. Like, why are you holding on to, my rubber, my used rubber? Why are you holding on to that? That doesn't seem sanitary. And that's a little crazy too. Like you're putting it in a box with like a box full of my boxers, my toothbrush, and the rubber at that too. I would definitely feel very uncomfortable. Like, what are you doing? What hoodoo voodoo nonsense are you doing up in here, girl? What's really going on up in there? So, okay, so you know what? I'm gonna have to like reenact this for shits and giggles. I have to practice my acting skills. I'm gonna be the guy, you guys are gonna be my partner, okay? And scene. Here we go. So, hey babe, let's just have a conversation. Like when I was going through the closet and I was cleaning out a few items, I came across the box. And that's exactly how I would phrase it. The box. And we're just gonna leave it at that for a moment, because the moment that I even bring up the box, baby, you should know. She should know exactly what I'm talking about. And I would just wait just to see like all the different facial expressions that she would have. Are we feeling guilty? Are we feeling embarrassed? Like what's going on in your mind? Because I really need to know. I really need to see you process what it is that I just told you. After we got through that and seen again, so I'm out of curiosity, babe, like what are you doing with my belongings? What are you doing with my boxers? What are you doing with my toothbrush? And what are you doing with the rubber? Like, why? How did this start? That's a good question. How did this start? I don't think I would be able to like have that conversation with a straight face. So let's go ahead with the update. So 4 days later, right? 4 days later, he gives an update. So this morning, my fiance surprised me for Valentine's. She brought over a cookie cake and icing read, "Nice reaction, sucker, XOXO." She then started to laugh profusely and get red like a spawn of Satan before telling me the truth. Basically, the whole shrine and rubber thing was a prank she has been planning ever since we decided to move. She even put a hidden camera phone charger in her room to get my reaction. I've just seen the footage and I look like a buffoon in headlights. I told her that I even posted it on Reddit to get an advice on the matter. She has been starting to laugh like a maniac again. She sounds like a hyena, I swear. Glad my fiance isn't crazy, but I hope my future kids don't have her sick sense of humor. Oh, that's cute. I was kind of worried there, but that's cute. You know, that was a cute little... That's different. That's a cute little joke. It's still the same subreddit. It's the best of Redditor updates. And the title is "A Cake Eater Discovers That His Wife Has Also Been Eating Cake." Now, I know the title is strange. Trust me, like, I was like, wait, what? But this is what they go on to say. They say, the cake eater is a sub for cake eaters, not chocolate cake or cheesecake or any regular sort of cake, but people who want to have their cake and eat it too. So basically, this is a sub for affairs. So I was intrigued, definitely intrigued. Okay, so then they go on to say the person that I guess created the sub, like that started this specific like post was a cake eater who had been having an affair. Okay, I can't keep going on saying cake eater. Was a cheater pumpkin eater who has been having an affair with his partner for 6 years. So affair partner got served divorce papers out of nowhere 2 days ago at work. Her husband knows of us, me. It's only a matter of time before my wife finds out. I don't know if I have days or hours before the world as I know is gone. Took some time off of work to spend time with my wife and 2 daughters. My body's in turmoil, but strangely, my mind is clear. It reminds me of the days leading up to my dad passing. What? It reminds me of the days leading up to my dad passing away. Time has slowed down and I'm aware of all the things surrounding me. It's a nice feeling. My day-to-day was filled with observation of details and appreciation. My wife's smells and the clothes she wore, my daughter's laughter, the color of the kitchen tiles, the dog, the yard. Feel blessed to have a healthy and beautiful family. What will my daughters think of me? I look at my wife that I love with all of my heart and I see a woman who stood by me no matter what. We had our fair share of ups and downs like most couples, but I never imagined a life without her. How do I justify a 6-year affair? Is that even forgivable? I don't know what the future holds. All I know is that the storm is coming and I'm here basking in the sun until the clouds come rolling in. Okay, now. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to laugh, but the fact that he's a very good writer. The person that's writing this is a very good writer. He's very descriptive about all these different things that he's feeling about the life, the sun, the moon, the stars, the wife's laughter. But in my mind, the only thing I'm thinking of is, okay, like, you feel all these different things, but you stepped outside of your marriage. So it's hard for me to feel bad when I know that this person stepped outside of their marriage. And now you want to bask in all the glory of all the things that you had. Basically, this is literally the epitome of you don't know what you have until it's gone. You didn't appreciate it. You know all that jazz. So anyways, getting back into it. Basking into the sun, the clouds that are come rolling in. I plan to confess over the weekend. Even if I know the outcome, I pray she does not leave me. This was so not worth it. Any suggestions on how to confess? How do you start? What do I tell my daughters? I have already made an appointment with a therapist. What else can I do? Wish me luck. In regards to just the confession, I mean, it really is as simply as like, hey, like, we need to talk. Hey, I stepped outside of the relationship. I'm just very forward with how I conduct myself. Like, you just gotta rip it off like a Band-Aid sometimes. Like, at the end of the day, like, you're doing more harm than good the longer you drag this out. You know what I'm trying to say? So I don't have any suggestions for this person. Let me know what y'all think in the comments, but I feel like you just gotta rip it off like a band-aid. Hey, like, I stepped outside of our marriage. You know, I've already set up an appointment with a therapist. You know, what, I guess that's supposed to be like the redemption of how he's showing I'm reflecting on the situation and this is how I want to proceed forward. That it's up to her to take it or leave it. So this is an update. They go on to say, thank you for all the comments. Some of them were hard to read. I don't have time to address all the comments, but I will reply to a few just to make things clear. He left his wife. Yesterday, I reached out to my brother for advice. He left with his wife some years ago and married his affair partner. He seemed happy with her. The grass is not greener for him after all, and he's planning on leaving her, but is stuck at the moment. His advice is to not tell my wife and to minimize. Jesus Christ. Why would you reach out to your brother, the blind leading the blind? Why would you reach out to your brother who clearly cheated on his partner and is admitting that, yeah, the grass isn't greener on the other side, and you see the outcome of that, and now you want to listen to the person whose outcome isn't shit right now? That makes perfect sense. His advice is to not tell my wife and to minimize if confronted. He also said I should let down my affair partner gently so she does not go nuclear on my wife and family. I am hoping for the best, but preparing for the worst. In the comments, people doubt that I really love my wife. He did cheat on her for 6 years. I am not confused, never was I. I don't have a problem separating love from intimacy. My heart is loyal to my woman and she is for me. So that's what he said. And the only thing I'm thinking to myself is, if she really was for you, and I really hope, matter of fact, I really hope like men respond in my comment section, especially those who have stepped outside of their relationship, or even women who have stepped outside of their relationship. Like, is it really as simple as just being intimate with someone? Like, can you really just separate that? To me, I think that's a bogus answer. I think that's a piss poor answer. As a matter of fact, it's a piss poor answer, because if you really love someone, then you wouldn't hurt your partner by doing that. Like, you just wouldn't. I would never, if I really love someone, I'm never going to go out of my way and hurt them, because stepping outside of your relationship is going to hurt the person that you love, whether they know it or they don't. It's still going to hurt them. What's done in the dark is going to come to the light. I truly believe that. So that's that. But anyways, and then he goes on to say, so many responses about how I don't value my affair partner. Well, since I am on a pour my heart out role here, let me tell you about my affair partner. She's gorgeous and a smart woman who is funny and open to different experiences. She is younger than myself and my wife, fit, seductive, and sexy as hell. But she's not my wife and does not even compare. So if she does not even compare, why or how did that even, how did that even start? She doesn't compare. But you cheated on her. She doesn't compare. But you were with her for 6 years. She doesn't compare. Yeah, you're bye. Anyways, 6 years on and off is a long time to invest. As I see it, she is an adult woman who made a decision to cheat with a married man on her husband for whatever reasons. Do I care for her? Yes. 6 years is a long time. Do I love her? No. Did I say to her I loved her? Yes. Of course. I did it, but I lied. Just as I lied to my wife. Did I use her? Yes, I did. Did she use me? Of course she did. We both knew we were playing with fire. The reason I stayed has nothing to do with my wife. We have a good intimacy life in general, but I do have some kinks that she is not into at all. Oh, Lord. Whatever. My affair partner was into the same kinks. That's how we met, and that is why the affair was going for 6 years. What led me to starting the affair was my wife being in an accident that took a toll on her body. Intimacy was off the table for a year. I gave into temptation, and when I discovered the affair partner shared my same kink, I was hooked. So all of you people saying my wife is withholding, intimacy, no, my wife and I are very intimate, having intercourse with my wife is making love. Intimacy with my affair partner is just that. It's just, doing the deed. My wife meets 90% of all my needs. My wife meets 90% of all my needs. My affair partner meets 10%. So then there's another update. I was prepared for all the scenarios, but not this one. The doomsday did not come in the shape I was expecting. Affair partner ended up convinced her soon-to-be ex-husband not to spill the beans to my wife in exchange for a smooth divorce. I thought I was in the clear. Yesterday, affair partner sent me a blurry photo of my wife in the car with another man. Wait, I did not see that coming. Here I was on my sermon. I was preaching, baby. I didn't see that one coming. So y'all both sneaking around. You've been cheating and telling me this. Hold up. So the affair partner over here, she over here being Inspector Gadget, over here taking pictures, sneaking around corners, getting pictures of the wife having an affair. She messy. But anyways, she claimed they walked hand in hand to the car from a store in the nearby town of ours. She got a shot of the plates too. After some digging, I now know she's having an affair. Don't know how long for sure, but at least 6 months. He's a single dad our age, and he's telling her to leave the marriage. She is telling him she loves him. Afraid to confront her, feel numb at the moment, took a day off work. Any advice? I love her, and I want to stay married. I don't have no advice for these little cheater pumpkin eaters. I have nothing at this moment in time. This is messy. Edit. Any advice on how to proceed? Should I just let it run its course and monitor? Should I confront her and hope for the best? Should I confess to my affair and hope we can all come clean and make for our new marriage? I am so utterly confused. I have rehearsed the things I would say and do if she was to find out about my affairs. I was not prepared for this. Whew. So he manages to get a hold of then he manages to get a hold of his wife's phone while she's in the sauna and confirms the affair over WhatsApp. Logically, yes, we were both getting our itches scratched. What's the big deal? I'm not ruled by the logical at this moment, maybe later, but now my emotions are overpowering every logic. Never in my life have I ever experienced this type of emotional, physical distress. I can't even think straight. I never thought I was going to bow my eyes out and throw up on the carpet. Ooh, Jesus. I am desperate to talk this out to know why this happened and how invested she really is in this piece of mess. If she's doing this out of revenge, maybe I have a chance, because if she does feel something for me at least, I can't imagine her being emotionless, throwing away over 20 years. I know this woman like I know myself. Deep down, she's hurt, but also very stubborn and proud. I just want to know if she knew about my affair. Why the hell did she not confront me? How are you going to say that when you're doing your own mess? Like, why haven't you confronted her? And you expect her to give you the same, the same energy? You expect her to be better than this, and you haven't even given her the same energy? Bye. I have chosen her over my affair partner in a nanosecond. And what the hell is she hoping to find out with this douche? He's no better than me, sleeping with a married woman. Oh my gosh. I'm trying to respect her wish to have some space, but I'm desperate just to talk to her. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about being on the other side. Never had fantasies about my wife being with other men. We've had a good intimacy life, minus my kinks. She was not aware. I'm thinking, what do I have to lose? There can only be two outcomes. She loves him, she leaves. She loves me, she stays. I'm hoping this is just a fling and nothing serious. So then, the last update. My marriage seems to be over. Confronted wife this past weekend, sat her down without warning and told her I knew she was having an affair and with whom. Asked her if she loved him and what her plan was. She was caught off guard, went to the bathroom for 10 minutes. When she came out, she looked me straight in my eye and said, I know about your affair too. I know about your affair too, baby. I have known for some time now. I love him and I want a divorce. Next days were a blur. I tried to talk to her, but she shuts me down. She has moved into the spare bedroom and is making appointments with law firms. Has told our two girls I have signed up for emergency therapy and I'm on meds for dealing with anxiety and lack of sleep. This is surreal. Heard her talk to him last night and cut the internet cord. Kind of crazy because I need... I'm so sorry. I love this. I don't know why I have dark humor, but, and I don't know. This is so funny to me. Like, you were the one that was cheating. Wife comes out cheating. She moved on. She's saying, I want a divorce. Now he's like, this is not what I was expecting. Yeah, I cheated, but baby, you were supposed to stay with me. It was supposed to be you and I. We were supposed to stick this out. And she's like, look, I'm just done. And he's over here listening to their conversation on the phone. And he's talking about he cut the internet cord. He's like, this is too much. Anyways, I'm sorry, I just have to say that. But getting back into it, kind of crazy because I need the internet for work, and she just switched to her phone. Oh man, so many emotions are running through me. I made love to her past week, and today she's a total stranger. How does this happen? How can she not feel any fucking emotion? Over 20 years gone. All the love, friendship, partnership, intimacy, jokes, memories, plans for our future, gone. Just like that, no looking back. I feel so blindsided, and the only person I can talk to is my brother who lives across the country. Sorry to vent here to you fine people on here, just need to get this out. Oh God. That's how that ends. So you know what? Honestly, this is the epitome of what goes around, comes back around. He's talking about how does she do that? How does she forget everything that we had? But it's like you were literally doing the same thing. You stepped out of the marriage first. This is what you were doing. And she found out about it. So if anything, she just played it off. I'm not gonna say she played it off better because I feel like, you know, they both were playing on each other. It's like, all right, like, oh, you're cheating on me, but we're still being intimate. We're still sleeping with each other. Okay, we're still putting on this facade. We're still acting like we're this happy married couple, you know, with the white picket fence, the happy children, you know, yada, yada, yada. Okay, I can do that too. But I have my partner on the side. And now I love my partner. That's the difference here. He was just willing to, what's it called? He was willing to let go of the affair partner, and meanwhile she found her actual partner that she's decided that she's going to stick with. So I don't know. What do y'all think? That was a lot. That was a lot to process. Like, what do y'all think about that situation? Can you back up? Sit down. Sit down, please. Can you sit down?